plus or take a decade? Huh? Maybe I missed something? I don't know. The kids want, well, my daughter wants to go to a cat cafe. Not my son, he's allergic to cats. But the cat cafe may be in our future as a fun place to go. Saying my tier is the marriage marriage tier. That would be 19. Mr. Flores. April, May. You got 2 months. Oh, the last time I put the sponge in here and it really worked out good. I tried that a couple of times ago and I keep forgetting. I kind of like doing that. She was already angry I ruined her brand by sharing those stories with you last night. I wasn't angry. Okay, this one is gonna be a mug. And do we have any votes on mug shape? What kind of mug shape is it going to be? What should I make? Funny to remember roughhousing the sergeant major. That was a fun trip, wasn't it? It was a conference, and if you remember, or maybe you weren't there, but the hotel that we were staying in, somewhere around here actually, we traveled a couple of hours, and I remember going on the bus. They had made like a little special trip for everyone, going to the Pentagon City Mall. That was the first time that I ever saw it. Kempster, how's it going? All right, thank you for lurking. Yeah, you weren't there when we went to the mall. You went back home, since you weren't the representative person. You were just kind of hanging out. But it's funny that we ended up here after all those years. And I, of course, was very impressed with that 3-story mall. And even over the years, it really hasn't changed all that much. Oh, if you will not talk about that video. I'm just saying. It was a conference, so the Army has a thing. It's called Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers. And it's kind of like a little program where you try to get people together in a group and find fun things to do to build kind of like a community, right? And they do a conference every year, so you have like you have the president, treasurer, secretary, blah 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 of the organization, and you do little fundraising things and, you know, try to build your little community and stuff. All right, hey everyone. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my pottery studio. Happy to have you guys. I was in the middle of telling a story about an army program way back in the day. But anywho, just to quickly finish the story, you go for a couple of days every year. The president of your kind of local chapter, I guess you'd sort of call it, kind of like that, and you have the opportunity to present a video, right, for your installation. And we made the craziest damn video that is so embarrassing and crazy still that I can't even describe or explain it. But I showed that video to the Sergeant Major of the Army and every other boss representative from across the entire country, and it was something else, really. But anywho, this is my pottery studio, and I'm making a small size cup right now, but I will, I'm part of a challenge that we've been doing, a bunch of us potters here have been doing for the last 5 weeks. And the challenge this week is to do a blind throwing a bowl, a large size kind of wide bowl with a blindfold on. So you guys will get to see and be a part of that challenge with me. But so how are you all doing? And thank you everyone for the following. I certainly appreciate you. All right, it's gonna be a tall mug, tall and thin. Alright, I think it's satisfied with that. So Volpsy says, doing good, just finished breakfast and now getting coffee. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I am doing pretty good. It's a good Sunday so far. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. A little chilly out, but we might go over to the park a little bit later. Smash Ted, hey, how's it going? More pottery. Yes. And hey, Bump, if you wouldn't mind reading the chat for me again, like we did the last time, when I'm doing the throwing part, I'll be getting ready to start that soon. So my assistant, Bump the Koala, will come and help us out. that looks pretty good. And Smashed Head says, it's going great. Me and my girlfriend are making breakfast. She's so happy to have your stream come to this part of the raid train. Oh, so you guys were here a while back, and I was working on a teapot, which I actually have completed, so I can show you guys. So I'll clean off my hands and I can show you some of my work. Okay, so this will be a cup in the future. So I'll let this dry for a day or two, and then I'll trim it up so it has a nice profile and get rid of the rough jagged edges on the bottom, put a handle on it, and then I'll put it in the kiln. But alright, so some of my work, this is a mug that I'm working on. So I have, these are new glazes for me, so I'm kind of going through some testing. So when you're firing things, you put it in the kiln, it can do a lot of things on its own, right? So the way it melts, or the temperatures, or how the glazes react together. So I will work on this one. I imagine for my next mug that I make, putting the colors that come all the way down to here, and sort of getting this runny part to be a little wider. So a little bit of a different application with that one, but I like it a lot. It reminds me of mountains right there, and the sort of like a sunrise, and that's kind of what I was going for with it. And so this one is a mug that I painted. So I painted this, it's called, with an underglaze, and then put a clear over it. And so I kind of have this theme of nighttime and like sunset and sunrise, and I would like that to kind of be what some of my work is right now. So I'm working on the sunset and the nighttime. And then for this challenge, right, for the challenge that I've been working on, I have, so I don't know if you guys have seen the Great Pottery Throwdown. It's a British show, and they just started on, well, I guess maybe they're midway through the 4th season, right? But we don't have access to season 4 yet. We have season 1, 2, and 3 on HBO Max. And so I had put together a challenge for 6 weeks where we do a throwing challenge once a week, and then over the 6 weeks we are building a tea set that will be judged, and we have a prize and a couple of judges, 2 judges so far. Hopefully we'll get 1 more. So Bump the Koala has been the person working on that for us, but the teapot will be judged on what the theme and kind of look of it is, because they can only see the pictures. So function, I can tell you my teapot is heavy a little bit, and it pours, but it's not the best pour, honestly. But I'll show you the cups first. So I made 4 cups, but I have 2 here that I can show you, and the theme is the 3 little bears. So I have painted the scene of the house with the little porridge, with the daddy bear's bowl is too hot, and the mommy's bear, the bowl was too cold, and then, you know, Goldilocks of course eats up all of the baby's porridge. And the other mug that I have here to show you is the chairs. So the mommy bear's chair was lumpy, the daddy bear's chair was too hard, and then, you know, of course Goldilocks sits in the chair that's just right and she breaks it. So I have a set like that, and then the teapot was made to be like the house. So the front door, and I put some little kind of vines growing up the side, and then the little window in the back. So I'm really happy with it. It was a lot of work, but very worth it. I can imagine keeping that and having that little tea set, you know, with family and friends, having tea. All right. Okay, so are you ready to read the chat?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, you guys. So I've got you here for another 40 minutes, and the blind throwing part is going to take a while, but it's pretty fun, I think.
And so while she's blindfolded, I'll be reading chat.
Yeah, Bump will read chat for us so I can listen and respond. And I've got 2 balls of clay that I measured out. And I've got a 4-pound piece of clay. So it might not look like a whole lot of clay, right? But to push this thing around, it takes quite a bit of effort. So I'll probably be centering this for however long it takes, but it takes me a while. And this is my blindfold, and it has a little piece of fabric that comes down, so I can't be cheating, right? This was my mask that I got on a trip to Singapore so that we could sleep on the plane.
Do you have all your tools where you need them for?
Do I have my tools? Okay, needle tool, yes. Most important. That's most needle tool. I might not use that. And 3 ribs and a wire tool, sponge. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna set these over here. Keep the sponge, put that there. Okay.
Do you want to let them know kind of that this is the second week with the blindfolded challenge and challenges that you saw?
Oh yeah. So, well, I haven't had a chance to watch too many of the blindfolded challenges. But we did, in week 2, we had a cylinder. We had to make a cylinder as tall as we could, and that was pretty difficult. So the challenge with a bowl, a wide bowl, is that it being wide, you can lose control of it pretty easily. Bowls are one of the easier things to make, but once they get kind of spread out, they can sort of flop over. But if you are interested in the blindfold challenge that we did 2 weeks ago, Bump the Koala made a very fun, I lost my sponge.
It's to your right.
It's on this board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close, a little bit closer, right in the middle.
Right there it is. He made a very fun compilation video of the challenge. So I have a lot of the potters. I put them on my website. So I have a website, it's called polyesterkit.com, and I used to have my pottery, like selling pottery on there, but I have repurposed it during this challenge, and you can find information about the challenges, and there's 20 other potters on Twitch right now, and actually more. Once the challenge is over, I will go through and update things again. But each person has a page so that you can see their pottery, and you can also see, where's my water? You can also see our weekly progress. So each time we do one of the throwing challenges, we upload the photos into our Discord, and then I'll transfer them at the end of the week to the web page.
Smash Ted says, this feels like a magic trick, and I like it.
Magic.
This kind of
It is kind of magic, isn't it?
And Von
Sort of
Cricket
is.
says, this is so neat. Volpsy says, I love about clay seeing with your hands.
Yeah, that's true. I like that part about it too. So I can always come down here to my pottery wheel and I don't have to have any idea of what I'm gonna do. I can just get a piece of clay and say, okay, I make a cup or I make a bowl, put it on here and make it, and I don't have to have any thought. So sometimes that's kind of nice, because the clay can tell you sometimes what it wants to be. Okay. If I want a nice bowl, big bowl, I'm gonna have to spread this out.
Smash Ted says, I got a scooch, but I'll have to check back how it turns out. Love seeing your stuff.
Hey, thanks for coming by, Smash Ted.
Hey, Smash Ted, I don't
See
know
you
if
around.
you... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, good.
Oh, Smash Ted, I just wanted to say, my daughter and I, we went on a comic book run yesterday, and I was able to get ENIAC #1. If you know about that Bad Ideas limited edition press, I was thinking about you. So 4 pounds is a lot for you, right?
I'd say 4 pounds, 5 pounds. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, this is centering okay, but it's a little wobbly.
Can you describe that process for me? What you're trying to accomplish now?
So I need this lump of clay to be exactly in the center of this bat. When it is not in the center, large things, you can get away with it on a small piece, right? If it's not in the center, but if I want to make something big and wide, the off-center piece will kind of begin to, it sort of like can tear itself apart. So it gets so wobbly as it's spinning that it can sort of just break down. And it's very hard to deal with when it's wobbly. And the bigger your piece is, the more apparent the wobbling is. Okay, I'm feeling like, let's see, how wide? Ooh, that's really wide. Whoa. I don't know if I was going for that wide, but that's where it is.
What does going that wide mean to you?
So the base of the bowl will be as wide as this. So I don't have very much clay now to open. So I have to move this out here and pull it up into the shape of the bowl. But push it in a little. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Yeah, I can't see where the mess is, which is splattered on my foot. Yucky.
Kind of all over.
Yeah, I can't see where it is to clean it up.
And why is cleaning it up important?
So it doesn't spray all over the place.
Too late.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not perfect, but...
Uh-oh, we got our first troll.
Again? What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Hello, troll. Good afternoon.
Want to be famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers.
Oh, well, it's only a...
Yeah,
It's a
troll.
bot troll. Alright. Well, you can take care of that. Okay. Wow, I don't know how far down I'm going here. That's definitely something I visually know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's a small, thin bottom, right? I probably would have wanted a little bit more there, but it's okay.
You got a follow from Chris Carmi.
All right, thank you for the follow, Chris.
Chris Carmi says, "This is blowing my mind." And we got a nice Von Cricket. How would you describe that emote that you just shared? How should I describe it? Could go badly.
Ruh-roh.
It's not bad. It's if I try and describe it, it is. Oh, Von Cricket says, "Bad boy." It's a pussycat with like vertigo eyes. So
Okay.
similar to your pattern on the wheel.
Okay.
Two more from Von Cricket with the bad boy emotes. So, Polly mentioned the video. We'll share it in the stream, but we'll warn